Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's doing well today. Um, I'm doing decent. Basically, today I was looking for continued downside. We've hit a lot of the targets that I was kind of looking for already, as far as like that were very easy and made like low-hanging fruit objectives. We've kind of hit right into the open. Um, I didn't get to trade the long, this long off of actually I should probably do this real quick. Hang out. Um, so yeah, I was not able to catch the long. I just wasn't paying attention and just getting a couple things done right before the stream. But yeah, so a lot of my low-hanging fruit objectives are kind of hit already. What I was looking for in the morning, and I could have traded them. I just chose not to. I'm trying to adhere to strictly post 9:30 action. But yeah, I was looking for this old new day opening gap from I think that's Thursday, May 1st. Next objective to the downside is obviously this low. Um, ES did just leave just shy of it, so that is a form of divergence. We're going to see if it wants to reach up into the 15-minute fair value gap high over here, see what NQ wants to do as well. These are some divergence highs, so NQ did not take this high as ES did. It's a little more clear on the hourly chart as well. So this high for NQ could be protected if we're going to continue to go to the downside. This may just be a retracement and then a continuation to the downside. So other than that, I mean, I'm looking at so I have Friday's EQ marked out and Friday's third quarter of the Friday's range. And then I have the previous week equilibrium if it's really going to start to melt down under here. So yeah, I mean, tomorrow's FOMC rate decision, so I will be pretty nimble today, I think. I'm going to try not to hold for too long. There should be a lot of chop today, maybe possibly not a lot of follow through. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You do also have some 15-minute gap highs that are pretty enticing, although pretty much what happened was midnight open and we just kind of puked all the way to the downside. Um, yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not really like I have a downward bias, but I'm not super aggressive on either side right now. Both sides, I think, could give some decent action, and I'm willing to trade in either of those directions. So what I'm looking at right now, also, just to kind of go over it, is this high may stay intact. ES may create this as a failure swing and continue lower. It's not my favorite type of setup, especially when NQ has also taken some highs. If NQ was still below this high, I'd probably like it a little bit more because then we'd have a little bit of SMT on this between these two highs, but we don't. And then I would kind of rationalize ES coming so close up to this high. And yes, it is an order block, but I think it can get swept. But I would be more apt to trust it as an order block if there was some sort of lower SMT, lower time frame SMT. Somewhere over here. Hmm. But there's not. So as you can see, ES is kind of making a run up to that high. We'll see if it wants to take it. I'm going to kind of bet on it doing so. As far as smaller, lower time frame structure, wow, something just, let me bring up the news actually. Forex Factory. I don't think there's really anything going on today. Okay, so the RCM TIP economic optimism is tentative. That could have been just now. There's a 10-year bond auction at 1 o'clock. So we'll see. I would like to look on the investing calendar as well. Let's see if they have that. Sorry, one moment. Sounds like a door is opening. Check that out. Could be the wind. My bad. It was one of my cats making the door creak like all creepy and stuff. So I had to go check it out. But anyway, right. We want to look at ad block. Sorry, my brain's a mess. Investing.com, not ad. Okay, so yeah, EIA short-term energy outlook at 12. Yeah, I mean nothing really crazy. 10-year note auction and the Atlanta Fed GDP now at 1 o'clock as well. That's why I kind of like to look at both calendars. Is sometimes one calendar has something and the other one doesn't. Yes, back into that older gap above here. So yes, is a little bit stronger than NQ here. So yeah, we're just gonna continue to just chill and wait a second. I do like that spot for ES to find support. We'll see if it wants to make the run up now to go up and take that high and then resume lower, or just kind of go lower now. It's hard to say. We did get a lot of movement overnight last night in the London session and Asian session. So I'm trying to keep, and also paired with FOMC tomorrow, like really just trying to keep my expectations in check for the morning session here. I'd be curious to see how everybody else feels as far as sentiment goes. So I'd like to throw a poll up. I just have to get onto YouTube. So yeah, starting to kind of dip down and drown here. Keep an eye on YM as well. I guess I might as well mark out that low because YM does seem like it's getting a little speedy here. Also, we're not, I mean, if anyone's in here and you're new, yes, sure. We're not trading the XFA here just because it's not, I don't know, I'm not super confident in this type of condition, so I'm not going to trade the XFA when I don't feel like there's clear and obvious trades. I guess I'll keep that up just so people don't think I'm frauding out here. Start a poll. Bias. Long, short. Oh, excuse me. Had somebody just write into the Discord just now. Pretty sure it's Retta. Nice, Retta. Killer sell, man. Love to see it. So one of the Discord members is in a sweet short right now. Stoked to see that. Killer short, Retta, killer. All right, we're headed for this low now. So yeah, honestly, I wasn't really seeing that coming to make equals like that. That just kind of tells me that we're going to head up higher later in the week, that we've just kind of built some liquidity up here. Couldn't even be today, but yeah. I'd like to see if I could use this gap to get short into that low if it wants to leave it alone. It may just run down and take it, but if I can, I'll use it. And that would be reasonable for me. Topstep's still having some data issues. So ES is in this one. It would probably be best if it just kind of melted down from here, because ES is, you'd want to see ES use this as resistance, and NQ not really have to go up into here, just because of just the dynamic. Sorry, I'm just looking at the at some of my higher time frames really quick, just to. What's up, Rada? How you doing, man? Yo, great short trade. Great short trade. Happy to see that. I'm just looking at the 15-minute chart on my trading view. See if I can get a mark out of the EQ of this impulse range up here. Pretty much right with previous week, so I'm just going to leave that alone. So yeah, I really like the previous week EQ as a target. Makes sense for the impulse range as well. Yeah, man, great trade, Rada, or Reda. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Rada. I was wrong every single time. Great short trade. Um, yeah, just not allowing me to really get involved here. Like I said, I could have shorted using ES as the resistance up here, but kind of okay with just watching that one passing you by. Could always find something else. So NQ, regular NQ, has moved into that low. A strong little algo move there. Ow, dude. Damn, these cats with their claws are killing me. Yes, immediate reject off the midpoint. That new day opening gap and immediate kind of follow through lower. Let's look at the hourly chart here, see if we get anything. Equal lows Friday and Thursday. Yeah, I like that. I mean, you're hit. Your target's hit now. It's depending if it wants to go lower at this point. I'm not really sure. It seems like it probably should, just because MNQ like barely stabbed below that low, but you never know. It could run up. Could begin its run up to the upside now. Let me switch back to my 15-minute chart here. I closed it. Yeah, good trade, man. Good trade. I mean, it was plenty. It was a big trade. You were short all the way up from up here, I believe, right? That's a big trade. Or maybe, or were you short here? You were short from somewhere. I think it was up here. Maybe up here. I don't know. But I know you were, it was a healthy trade. Great trade. Yeah, 715. Yeah, great trade. Yeah. Wow, all the way up here. Nice, man. Nice. Pre-market trade. So yeah, I'm just continuing to just kind of watch this one. Like I said, nothing too crazy for me right now. Maybe lower, like I said into the previous week's equilibrium, maybe lower. Makes sense, but timing wise, I'm not really sure whether it's going to save that for tomorrow or whatever. You want to trade, I think you should wait until touch the daily fair value gap, then look for longs or short to it. Yeah, I like that. I like that, Retta. I mean, we're kind of in it right now, but I would like it to kind of go a little bit deeper, although there is S&T on those daily charts, right, between ES and Q. It's relative. We'll have to see how we react around here. This is also a big pivotal, this is a pivotal candle as well for the daily chart in terms of structure for the daily chart. You can see we do have SMT on these highs. So from, this high to this high, this high to that high to that high. So this is like what's looks like, a possible order block candidate, right? If we get a strong close below this daily candle Friday's low, I think we may continue lower, some sort of deeper retracement on the weekly perspective. But we'll see. We'll see. It's all up in the air. Yeah, that was a nice little reshort off the top end of this, or excuse me, the bottom end of the new day opening gap. But I couldn't get involved. Like there was no great entry structure for me up here unless I just wanted to short it here. But after the small stab up in the S&T on the lows, it was kind of hard to just pull one of those aggressive entry triggers. Thank you, Retta. Thank you. Thank you. We'll see if we can create some more S&T on the bottom side here with ES at the low end of this new day opening gap, and NQ kind of stabbing lower. I'm gonna try one there with NQ. We'll see if ES wants to hold this bottom point. It's a little bit better of a stab up. I do think ES could move higher up into this area. I like the S&T between these lows, and not only do I like the S&T between the lows, I like where ES was finding the support. So that's why I opted to take the long right there. Tons of platform lag. It's really interesting. As soon as I get into a trade, the platform lag has been really bad. we could have a real winner on our hands here. If this really starts to accelerate to the upside, we could have a really nice trade. Maybe these highs. More data lag. I'm going to partial one as we're getting stuck up at the top there. Just before 50 points or so, I think it was around 40. I'm going to take off the risk. So I am also partialing because if you look at the 15-minute chart, which we can go here and look at, we're kind of ramming right up into that block. Again, I don't know about it. I think it could potentially disrespect it just because of the way the highs were made for ES and NQ. ES especially, I think it could probably disrespect it, and we do have that nice bit of SMT on the lows. So I am gonna kind of give this one a little bit of a chance. But that's why I wanted to take at least something off, cover the, make it worth the position. Took 1/3 off at around 50 points. And now we'll play the patience game and hope we don't get stopped out at even. Technically, I probably could fund the whole position with keeping the stop where it's at, right, and still kind of be green on the day, but I don't know. I could look at the low time frame. So the only thing I really don't like about it is that there's this wickless candle down here on the very small time frames, but if we are going to really pump through, I don't really think it should come back down here. So, I mean, look, if it comes down and ticks me out after moving 50 points, that's fine. I think that's kind of good practice, is to not take a loss after it moves 50 points in your favor. I mean, especially when what were we risking? So here's our position. We risked 13 points, so it really wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to give up a, let something that's 3.2 R go to zero, go to a loss. Shouldn't really lose any risk units on a trade like this. Yeah, Retta, you definitely do want to see the, I want to see it too. 15-minute close bullish as well. That would mean good news for my position. I think I'm in a solid spot with it, I think I'm in a good spot for it to continue higher. See the candle starting to pick up some speed. Topstep still with the candle data lag. There's obviously a higher wick up here. I only know that because I'm looking at different time frames. Yeah, look at that. The platform's just been so laggy. I really don't know what the deal is. I'm gonna write down this timestamp as well. And I know it's not a problem with my internet. I have gigabit connection, so I know it's not me, and it's never been, and it hasn't been like this. Like this just started when volatility kicked up. This problem started happening. It has not been fixed. I've been trying to get in touch. with support, but I can't get, nothing's really, we're not getting anywhere with that. I just need to look at what the timestamp is here. Sorry, guys. About 25 minutes into stream. I do wish it would kind of move a little bit faster for me here. The fact that the candle's not quite pushing as quickly is a little disconcerting. I also don't like ES getting shoved at the top half of the old new day opening gap, and NQ still using this newer, or this old new day opening gap as well as a resistance. It just really needs to kind of pick up for me here. I do like the top side draw as well. You do have SMT with YM and NQ and DS. It's a tough one. I mean, we're kind of in between two spots here. I would definitely prefer it to move faster, though. Faster upside would be a little bit better. At least I'd be able to partial out a little bit more, and then I could hold one runner for, like, all the glory. But we'll see, we'll see. Rada says, I want to see 15 close bullish form. I think it will likely continue higher, about 90% if it did what I want. Yeah, I would like that. I would like that, Rada. I'm sorry if I keep saying Rada. I'm sorry. It's like stuck in my head. Rada. All right, we need ES to continue to play, follow the leader with NQ here on the upside. Really nice follow through there. We're up about 60 on that. Definitely be getting ready to partial some more here as we move up into that gap. Yep, happy with that. And now we could just kind of, now we can just hold on and enjoy the ride. I mean, we've locked in a nice profit for the day. If, this trade goes absolutely sideways, which I don't believe it should. But yeah, I mean, we just completely sniped to the bottom using some context here. So I'm happy with that. I'm really proud of that. It's a great trade. We're up about 70 some points floating about 70 points in P&L, and only risked at 13. So love to see it. Where are those dudes that were in the chat? I have a vendetta against them. They'll have their day again because I'm bound to have a bad day, but I wish those guys from Friday that were chirping me were here trying to inverse these trades. All in good fun. All in good fun, all in good fun. But seriously. All right, Rada, you're long. Let's go, man. Rada, damn it. Rada. Why can't I get it, bro? I'm so sorry. I've literally been calling you the wrong name for so long that now it's like stuck in my head. Rada. Rada's along for the ride. I'd like to see it. Let's see what's going on. I wonder if we get 1909 today. Maybe even these highs would be sick. I mean, like, it could go. It could very well go. We'll see. It's all to me, it all depends kind of how we react around here, or maybe even up here. It's how we react in that like 15-minute fair value gap. Absolute snipe, though. I mean, kudos to us. Thank you, man. Yeah, no, it's easy to pronounce Retta. I just, in my head, for whatever reason, I feel like because I was pronouncing it incorrectly for so long, it's just stuck in my head. It's easy. Retta is just as easy as Rita. I'm just, I, I'm making the mistake. It's not difficult. It's a mental, I'm dumb. I'm being dumb. Being dumb and forgetting. Great push up here, right back into the midpoint of the old New Day opening gap. Let's see, continued bullish action here. So I really don't want to see it get stopped up in here. Um, if it wants to create some sort of like very trend liney sort of liquidity type of day, but it could get a little nasty. Like I said, the only thing that continuing to make me feel comfortable here is the fact that YM does have all this trendline liquidity. ES did make these very suspect equal highs that I think we should be able to push up for. It's just, can NQ also do the same? I think maybe this volume imbalance is a nice sort of target for NQ as well. But let's see. I would like to look at. I'm going to look at the 1 minute here. Yeah, I mean we've just been kind of straight up ever since here. Like I said, these highs are kind of weak to me anyway. We have these relative equals here on NQ on the 1 minute too to target. So yeah, I'm confident on the upside draw. At least up to these highs. I think we can definitely get something going. Yeah, I think so too, Retta. I think so too. I think it definitely could push higher. I'd like it to at least because we're positioned for it. But logically, in terms of draw and structure, Retta, this is how I determine a lot of like, besides obviously just like, I'm up 70 points, I should take something off. This is typically how I'm looking at structure and determining whether I should hold, like whether it's worth holding a trade or not. Um, so yeah, I too am in the boat that it goes higher. I hope so. I hope I am. It's always like so. It's just so nerve-wracking. Like, it's just about like, I mean, I talk about it every day now, but it's like, am I, I'm 1,000% confident that it at least takes these highs, but the question is no longer is it going to take these because I can tell you for a fact it will, but is it going to take it before it comes down and stops me at it even is another question. I'm just hoping that's not the case. Okay, so new 15-minute candle just opened. Uh, No down, no bottom wick, so we might see another sort of stab lower to create some sort of bottom wick here. It would be great if it didn't. It just ripped higher as like an indication of strength, but you do kind of have to expect it to create some sort of manipulation below the open most of the time. It doesn't have to all the time, and sometimes it's better if it doesn't in terms of strength and velocity, but um, it's something, obviously you have to kind of grin and bear. Just part of the candle formation, candle logic. There you go. Nice push up here. I would hate for it to make a push like that, then come lower. Especially considering we have small divergence on these 5-minute highs. ES headed for those equals. NQ still getting stuck right in the midpoint there. I need it to push hard, yeah. We need velocity through that PD array. YM sort of speeding up and taking highs here. It's a dangerous dynamic if YM leaves the high alone over here. If YM leaves this high alone and ES and NQ fail to take this high, it's a dangerous dynamic for upside. It just the way I see that is YM has just played catch up with the other indexes. And if it's going to continue lower, that could be a signal. But again, we're just monitoring. It's not like I'm going to close the trade off of that. Good, 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 good. Great push to the upside. I don't like the immediate shove. I want NQ to definitely play catch up and get up there. We're floating about 100 points in the position, which is really nice. A little slow. A little slow for NQ to be not taking this high along with everybody else. Unfortunately, we are in the laggard. Just created some equal highs there. And a strong pin bar. There's a nice touch off the open. Let's see if we can continue up right away. I'm going to trail this pretty aggressively up towards the high. I want to lock in 100. I think that may make my head feel good. Where are we at here? Right there. We'll lock that in. We'll lock in the 200 bucks. If it wants to run forever, let it run forever. So we've locked in 100 points guaranteed on this move, which I'm really happy about. We could always keep a running long position to show where we are. Probably full target up to there. Maybe these highs, but I feel like that's kind of being greedy. I mean, I see it like going up to those highs, but I do like the volume imbalance does make sense as well. Killer trade. What is that? About 14 points of risk, if that. Killer. So there's the volume imbalance. I mean, it's just really ripping to the upside. Another 30 points. Do we lock that in? I feel like it's reasonable. Right into the midpoint. I don't know where this wick really exists because I know that it exists slightly higher. ES is yet to take this hourly high. Yet to take the 15-minute as well. So I'm just kind of letting this one kind of run out a little bit. Told you you sniped it. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, great call. Great call on the bullish close to the upside. Really nice. Love to see it. Love to see the homies win, right, Retta? Love to see the homies win. I think I may get out at like a $500 day here. If it gives it to me, we're about $3 away. I'll shove the stop like way up. Oh, 499.28. We missed it by a hair. That's okay. um, I'm gonna end it there, guys. I mean, that's it. We absolutely crushed. It's running higher, but that's okay. I'm happy with what we're happy to win together in this live. Yeah, Retta, seriously, man, it's cool, right? We can get in the trade and pull down a good dub together. That was a monster. I mean, that was a monster trade. That's a nice one. So let's see what the final set 5,175, right? Oh, wrong way. My bad. So 13.5, and our max take profit was 887.25. 10R. That's pretty cool. I don't know if I've hit a couple 10Rs in my time, but never live, I don't think. Um, well, maybe live, but that was on a kind of a paper account. Um, it was when I went short pretty much right at the open. It was a good call right off an old New Day opening gap. It was like another 100-point trade or whatever. Um, but yeah, that's solid. 135. I obviously trailed it a little aggressively, but I wanted to lock in 500 bucks just to get back to even after Friday's BS. But yeah, I mean, super tight. Really happy with that. I guess I'll have to put that one in the title. 10R trade. That's how we roll. Let's go. I feel good about that, Retta. That's a good one, man. That's a good one to start Tuesday before FOMC. Now I can go about my day and study, get to the gym, be done early. Sick. Love to see that, guys. Hopefully Topstep fixes their platform lag because that's a real pain in my you know what. Overall, I think I'm stoked with how this trade was managed. I mean, it was pretty much so 79475. So that was the first partial, 42 and 3/4 points. Sorry, I got cat hairs all over my face right now. Nose itchy. 19824 was second partial, about 70 points. Yeah, I'm stoked with that. I think that's good management. Could I have held? Of course. A piece of me really did want to hold for like the clout of like being able to then rip it on Twitter and kind of show at least CEO of opening range. Yeah, right up. A piece of me did want to hold for that, but like some sort of monstrous trade. But in the end, I mean, like, is the Twitter post really worth it? Like, one, who really gives a crap? Two, I mean, at that point, you're not really trading correctly. I don't think. I mean, this was like, I took it off at a logical point. Obviously, up in this volume imbalance made sense to me to take off the trade, especially if ES was going to divert on the high, you know. And yeah, I just why give away those profits? So sick. I'm gonna call a stream early there. I mean, what have we been live for? 30, 45 minutes. I'm gonna call it there, guys. I'm gonna call it a day. Thank you guys for coming up. Thank you, Retta, for coming up, taking the trade with me, man. I'm glad it worked out for both of us. Great short trade. So you were really killing it. Retta absolutely tore up the charts today. He was carving the market today. So love to see that. We'll be stoked to share that in the Discord. If you're watching and you made it this far, thank you so much. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm going to start saying that now just so I can get some feedback from everybody. And yeah, join the Discord if you want. I do give out a daily write-up in the morning before market open, basically what I'm thinking. Today I was mainly thinking short, but we kind of hit all the targets really early in the morning. So the next logical trade was to get long. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Retta, man, thank you for coming and hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your day too, dude. I am going to be out of here. Thanks, guys.